the momentum.
What is going on, ladies and gents, and welcome to the Delta Bud. This is Delta, and what I have for you today is the best starter assault rifle class here in Black Ops 3, and let's get right into it. So the gun that we're going to be using today is the KN-44, and this is a powerhouse. It is a very high damage assault rifle, so even though it's good with the suppressor, we're not going to treat it like one. We're going to use it, for the power that it is. And whilst also keeping it at a lower level, so it's a nice easy class setup that you can use straight from the get. So obviously we've got the KN-44. The attachments that we're going to use is a quick draw grip and a foregrip, because I find that the recoil can be very annoying because it wobbles from side to side and it can really put your aim off, and it annoys me, so we're putting it on. But if you prefer, you can also put on an optic sight. I personally don't think they're necessary, because I think the iron sights are really good. But if you want a red dot sight, you can chuck that on there, and I'll show you what you can sacrifice later. So for secondary, we're going to run the XM53, because if you're new to this game, which is probably why you're using this class setup, or because you've just prestiged, you will need to know that the XM53 is a beast, because taking down score streaks in this game is a big thing. Every time you hear UAV is up in the air, your instant reaction should be, if I die, if I get to the spawn, I'm chucking up my launcher into the sky, and I am taking that down, because it's 3 points. Why wouldn't you? I mean, if there's something like a Wraith in the air, for example, that's hard to shoot down, and you'll waste a lot of time doing it, don't bother. But if you hear those UAVs, those counter UAVs, you want to just look up to the sky, and this thing is going to do it for you. And it can also get you out of a sticky situation if you just chuck it through a doorway. So we're going to be rocking that. We're going to be using a frag grenade. You can use a Semtex if you want. I love the frag grenades in this game because you can throw them really far and they're really powerful. So watch out for that. Chuck them on. I've got them pretty much on all of my classes, especially when you're playing the Chaos Mosh Pit, which is an awesome playlist to play if you haven't already. I'm going to be putting on 2 stuns here, or concussion grenades, because I'm doing the starter class setup, so you won't have unlocked wild cards yet, so I'm not going to bother, doing 2 of 1 perk. But if you are up to that level, and you can take off the stuns, and I would highly recommend, just chucking on another perk instead, or chucking on that red dot, which I mentioned earlier. 3 perks. Perk 1, we're going to have Afterburner, because it's basically Black Ops 3's lightweight. If you don't know, Black Ops 3 took out lightweight from the game, because they felt that it was a clutch perk, so we've now got Afterburner, and it's a great perk. It helps that meter charge really fast, and it does help a lot. And perk 2, what I think is the best perk in this slot, is the one you get straight from the go, which is Fast Hands. Not only now do you swap weapons faster, but you also get a free dexterity from Black Ops 2 if you played that game. So you aim up quicker, and I always use that perk just for that one reason. And this is, the 2 perks, came together, they had a baby, and this is it, and it's a great perk. I pretty much use it on all of my classes. So yeah, definitely have that one on. Perk 3 is kind of, it's a tie, because when you first come in, you get Gung Ho. Lots of people like it, but I personally don't like Gung Ho unless I'm using a shotgun. So Blast Suppressor is the other early perk that you can get. So use Blast Suppressor if you're just starting, or if you just prestige, but I would recommend just, doing the grind and waiting out until you get Tac Mask, and using Tac Mask, because that's kind of the way forward. So that's a class setup we've got today, and it is a great class setup. It'll melt people really quickly. It's got a slow fire rate, you've got to watch out for that, but the high damage usually does, make up for it. Don't put yourself up in submachine gun range. You can use it on Nuketown, but don't get too close to other enemies, because many people rock the shotguns and rock the Vespers in this game, and they will tear you down from close range. But nice medium range, stick behind the car, and you'll do some good damage with this thing. Or on a long map, of course, which it'll do, it'll excel at, I think. But it's a great gun. It's an awesome weapon to use, and I would definitely recommend trying this out. Well, guys, that's about it for the video. If you enjoyed, please drop me a like rating. It really helps. Maybe subscribe. There'll be a lot more coming. Be sure to check this class setup out. If you're prestiging, or if you're new to the game, if you've just got the game at Christmas, welcome to Black Ops 3. The leveling process is very, very long, and I look forward to seeing how all you guys are doing with it, and if you use this class setup, and if it worked for you. So tell me that in the comment section below, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video today, and I'm out, guys. See ya.